If you've been training in Iaido, you've probably heard someone say, focus on your kasou-teki, which means imaginary opponent.
仮想的って日本語をいつ誰が作ったんだって言いたいの。世間の人がよく言うんだけど、親から一言も聞いたことない。想定とか、ね、利合とか術理っていうのは聞かされて育ったけども、仮想的なんて日本語いつ誰が作ったんだか私はさっぱり知らない。
But Seki Sensei, an 8th-dan Kyoshi who started Iaido at the age of 9, says none of his teachers ever used that word. So, if it's a recently invented term, why did it come about?
これは僕の勝手な憶測だけど、
はい、
昔はね、剣術やんないと居合って教われなかったの。だいたい居合やる先生は剣道も、そこそこの大家であられるということが多かった。だけどその後、居合道しかやんない居合人になるものが増えた。その時にどこ見て切ってんだか分かんないようなのが出てくるわけだよ。やったことねえから動作だけだからね。そう、敵はここにいるよ、ここ見るんだよ、倒れたからここ見るんだよってね、いちいち言われなきゃ分かんないっていうさ、そこでね、仮想的って便利な言葉が生まれたんじゃないかって勝手に思ってる。
In the past, people who practiced Iaido were also expected to reach a certain level in Kendo or Kenjutsu first. In other words, Iaido was originally practiced by people who already had a lot of experience with paired training. So, even without being told, they could naturally imagine their opponent, as long as they understood the basic logic of each kata. But now, more and more people are learning only Iaido, without ever drawing or swinging a katana at a real person. That created a new problem. How do we evaluate these people in grading exams or competitions? Seki Sensei thinks that might be why someone came up with the term kasou-teki to help fix students whose eye movements didn't look natural anymore. But there's a big danger in thinking you've won against an imaginary opponent.
でつまりその昔の先生方ってのは、負ける稽古もしてるわけ。で居合道って勝つ方の動作の練習を一方的にやってるので、そんなもんね、負ける練習するとね、より深くなるんで本当に。で負ける練習しないとさばきができないんですよ。
Among all the martial arts, Iaido might be the only one where someone can become a high-ranking practitioner without ever experiencing what it's like to lose. But the so-called imaginary opponent doesn't really do anything, or just loses to you without a fight. If all you're doing is trying to win against that kind of fake opponent, you can't really say your techniques are refined. That's why Seki Sensei started Kendo at the age of 3, and is also a master in paired kata and koryu. In fact, in Asayama Shinryu, where Seki Sensei is a 22nd headmaster of, every student must start with kenjutsu. Our online lessons are an exception. They begin with Iai. But even then, if they want to become instructors in Asayama Shinryu, they have to come to Japan and join the annual training camp, where they will be drilled in the basics of kenjutsu. So, what do you think about all this? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments.